Hey guys, welcome to another video. It just dawned on me today that I've never actually made a video about my little handheld collection. Now I've got quite a few. You can't have too many handhelds. Yeah, I wouldn't say I collect them as such, but you know, it's been steadily building over probably the last 10 years. It's by far not a complete collection of handhelds, but it's quite a lot. So anyway, to kick things off, let's look at the very first one that I have, and it's the wonderful original Game Boy. Now unfortunately this is not the original one that I bought back in 1989, I think it was. That got sold a long time ago. I think it actually got sold to fund my Super Nintendo back in 1992, something like that, I can't remember. But this one I picked up, when would it be, maybe 5-6 years ago. You can't beat the Game Boy. I mean, the Game Boy came out at the same time as the Atari Jaguar and what do you call it, the Sega Game Gear. And yeah, although it had a far inferior technical spec, because I don't know what it was, the games were just so good. And I think probably the biggest selling point for the Game Boy was the fact that the batteries would last for hours. I mean, I never actually owned an Atari Lynx or a Game Gear, but apparently you were lucky if you got a couple of hours out of it. And back then, back in the sort of early 90s, batteries were stupidly expensive, and I don't think the batteries even then were as good as you get nowadays. So yeah, this little bad boy, he ruled supreme. Now this isn't just a normal Game Boy. Well, it is a normal Game Boy, but my very clever mate Joe very kindly put a little backlit screen, which makes it infinitely more usable. And I've also got, let me just switch it off for a second, I've also got a little EverDrive cartridge for it. So I've got all the games, which is excellent. Try and keep the thing in shot. I still do play this. If it was, you know, if it didn't have a backlight on it, I probably wouldn't play it that often. There's this Chase HQ. Now you can adjust the contrast. That's the volume. Is this the contrast here? Yeah, you can see there. Ooh, too much. There we go. That looks pretty good. So yeah, that's the original Game Boy. Looks really good. Sound is nice and clear. I'm not going to let you see on the side of it that you know exactly what a Game Boy is like. So that was the first one. And sticking with the Game Boy, this was the next one that came out. I don't actually have a Game Boy Color. I did own a Game Boy Color when it came out, and I had it for a very short space of time, so I don't have any affinity or nostalgia towards it, so I've really not been too fussed about getting one. I mean, if I could get one, you know, cheap, I may well pick one up, but no, this was the next one, the Game Boy Advance. Love this one to bits. Again, this is not the original that I bought back in the day. I didn't actually have the original one that long, and I mean, this is a wonderful handheld, perfect for playing on the move. It's probably my favourite handheld actually. But the one big downside to this was it was not backlit or front lit, and the screen was really dark. Now if you watch my videos, you may well see me actually playing this very model. You know what's on the back of it. It's got a little what's this, easy flash cartridge thing. And again, my mate that fitted the backlight to the Game Boy also fitted a backlight to this. And this is glorious. And you can see there, I think the battery's going to run out any second. Let's see if we can get the thing going. I'm just going to zoom in a wee bit actually. There we go. This just looks amazing. It really does. I've actually had, this is probably, I did a look at video on this, and it's probably one of my most viewed videos. And it's the video that I get asked the most about, where can I get one of these things. GT Advance Rally, let's go for that. But yeah, I love the form factor of this. It's nice and big, it just sits in your hand perfectly. Or hands I should say, perfectly. But if it wasn't, again, if it wasn't for the back screen, I probably wouldn't have bothered about this. Now the screen that this is actually using, I believe, is the backlit screen that you got on the Game Boy Advance SP. And I think you can get them on there. How does this work? There we go. Anytime soon, son. There's the volume about. That's on off switch. Volume is there. It's not particularly loud, but you'd probably want to play this with headphones. It's quite interesting to see a driving game in this. You know what, that's actually not half bad. It's pretty much like a Super Nintendo. I think that was kind of the power of one of these things. Kind of Super Nintendo sort of processing power. So yeah, that is my Game Boy Advance. And I'm moving on. After that one, we had the Game Boy Advance SP. Just zoom back out again. Now I actually really like this one because I like the fact it's a clamshell. Now the version of this that came out in the UK had a frontlit screen which wasn't very good. I mean it was fine, I was quite happy with it until I watched somebody playing the backlit one on a video on YouTube and I thought I need to get one of these. Now I don't know if this has got any power left in it, but it certainly does. Now I don't know if you can see that the screen in this is glorious. You know what a Game Boy SP is, really nice, quite small, but you know, perfect for sticking in your pocket. Let's kind of zoom in on the screen a wee bit. There we go. But the screen in this is lovely. Let's try. I can't even remember what that game was we were playing. Now what I like about this, I'm using. In fact, I don't know for a second. I'm using one of these. This was a sort of early flash card, super card. As you can see there, it does stick out the bottom a wee bit, but it doesn't matter. This actually plays NES and Master System games as well. Let's get into the games list. Let's go for something. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, let's give that a go. How do we start? Is it start? Is it that button? Oops. Oh, that's under saver, sorry, wait a wee minute. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, dink, there we go. And you can see it loading up. Now you can get one of these fairly cheaply. Maybe not, I think the ones with the different screen does go for a wee bit more. But yeah, the screen in this is lovely. There's the volume about, that's the volume there. That's it up full. Now one thing I like about this screen, excuse me, is you can actually, it's got different levels of brightness. Oh, try not die. Yeah, you press that, boink, you can see there that's normal, right, so basically it's got two levels of brightness. But yeah, that's a lovely little machine. Like I said, you can pick up a UK one for not a lot of money. The one you want to get with the brighter screen, if I just look in the back, let's see if we can see. In fact, you know what? Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, it's. Can you see that? The one you want is the AGS 101. You can see it up there. I think the British one was 100, but the one with the really good screen is 101. So that's the one you want to get. So yeah, that is the Game Boy SP, or Game Boy Advance SP as it's called. I'll just move a cartridge across. And the next one I got, which I think I've done it in the right chronological order, is this little bad boy, the Game Boy Micro. Now, you could probably argue that this is pretty unusable, and yeah, you wouldn't want to spend too much time playing games in this, but as a little portable machine, why is it going blur? There we go. It's actually really nice. I mean, it's tiny. Let me to sort of give you an idea. I'll do the tea bag comparison again. Let me just get a tea bag. Oh, there's no tea bags in the tea caddy. There we go. A Tetley Taifu tea bag. So there you go. That gives you an idea of scale. It's pretty small. The one thing I notice about Game Boys is the batteries seem to last forever. I mean, I couldn't actually tell you the last time I charged any of these Game Boys, probably over a year ago, and yet here we go, we can still, they just work. So let's go in. I mean, I can see that fine, you know, as a totally portable little machine, the Game Boy Micro, it's a nice little addition. It's also got the two shoulder pads as well at the top, and you've got the start and you've got the select buttons. Let's try. What will we try? What's that there? Let's go for Super Ghouls and Ghosts again. Actually, maybe we go back. Right, where is it? R to H, R to Z even. There we go, Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And you can see there the size of the screen. I've not got big hands, and that's my thumbs. There's the volume control, is that it up there? I think that's it turned up full. I think, is it? Oh, that's volume there, I think. Yeah, there we go, that's the volume up. That's it up full now. I don't know if you can hear that, it's not the loudest. Like I said, this, if you're going to play this in a train, you would wear headphones. It would never be my sort of handheld of choice, just because of the size, but for something just to stick in your back pocket to have a quick shot when you're in the toilet or something, it's absolutely perfect. So yeah, that is the Game Boy Micro, or is it Game Boy Advance Micro? I think it's called the Game Boy Micro, but it's a Game Boy Advance, albeit very, very small. Right, I'm going to turn you off. Bink, there we go. Again, I'll move that across. In fact, it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I've got a cartridge in there. What is this? Okay, the next one I've got is the original Nintendo DS. which is built like a tank. It's quite chunky looking. I did have one of these and then I traded it in to get the DS Lite. But I got this for, I think I got it for £5 off eBay. And again, I've not charged this for a long time, so let me see if it actually comes on. There you go. The volume turned up. Nintendogs. That's obviously not my game. Right, how do we start? What's it saying? Data could not be loaded. Turn the power off and reinsert your game card. Right, anyway, listen, it doesn't matter. We're not going to bother playing a game in this. We'll just switch it off just now. But yeah, I mean, it's you know, I wouldn't buy this over the Game Boy, over the DS Lite. I'd always go for the DS Lite. But if you want a sort of complete collection, you can get one of these for not a lot of money. It's obviously got a little stylus in the back as well, like so. So yeah, that is the Game Boy. Sorry, that is, it's not called the Game Boy, that is called the Nintendo DS. And following on from the DS was the DS Lite, which is a really nice bit of kit. I do still play this quite a lot. I like the black one actually, this is quite sexy looking. It's got a really nice big screen and it's really, again, not charged this for a long time. Now I think I've got my R4 card, which just has lots and lots of games in it. Retro Atari Classics. Now let's go for Raving Rabbits. I've got to say the R4 card that I got, I mean this isn't the original one that I bought. When I first got the DS I got one of these R4 cards, and suddenly having access to virtually every game, it kind of killed this as a system for me, and I just never played it, and I think a lot of people were the same. You know, there's something about having too many games isn't always a good thing. But it's an excellent little system, and again it's probably, you know, with the 3DS being out now, you'll probably find that people won't bother, you know, you'll probably get one of these really cheap. I would definitely recommend picking up one. I mean, really nice screens, nice loud sound as well. So anyway, yeah, you know what this is. That is the DS Lite. So I would always try and get this one over the fat one. It's just, it's a nicer looking unit. It's got a nicer screen. It's a lot brighter looking and sharp as well. So after that we move on to the next incarnation, which is the 3DS. I don't even know what game I've got in here actually. What is it? Alright, Professor Layton. Right, now this doesn't last as long battery wise for obvious reasons. It's got two screens. How do we turn the thing on? Yeah, it's down there. I don't even know it's going to come on actually. No, it looks like it's out of juice. Yeah, right, there's no batteries in this. Well, there is a battery, but it's not charged up. But I've got to say, I love the screen in this. This is the XL one, the extra large one. It is really nice. The thing I love about this will also play, you can take that out and you can put the R4 card in there and you can play all your Nintendo DS games in this as well. So, really nice system. I would definitely recommend you go for the larger one, especially if you're short-sighted like myself. This one is also the sort of the slightly newer one. It's got these coloured buttons. It's got a better head tracking for the 3D effect, and I've got to say it does work really, really well. So yep, that is the 3DS. Now that is the last of my Game Boy Nintendo consoles. Sony wise, I have the PSP. Now you've seen this, I've done a video with this one. Has it got any battery in it? Is it coming on? Maybe not, it's been a wee while since I played it, to be fair. Nah, it's needing charged up. But yeah, I love the PSP. I mean, I did have one of these and I got rid of it. I sold it to get the PSP Go, and then I didn't really think too much about it. And then it was just about 6 months ago I realised that the PSP Go, as nice as it is, it's just slightly too small. So I went on eBay and I ended up getting this. I've actually got this is the, what one is it again? This is the PSP, does it tell you underneath? 3000 model, yeah, PSP 3000, which basically means it's more plasticky, it's thinner, but it's got a nicer screen. It doesn't blur quite so much. But to be honest, I've got the original PSP as well, the PSP 1000. I can't see a lot of difference between them. Both are really nice machines, but yeah, you can get one of these for about 20 to 30 quid. You can put all the ISOs on. I mean, I've got I don't know what size of memory card, I've got something like a 64 gig memory card in this thing, and it's got something like 200 games, and plus for emulation, it is absolutely wicked. So yeah, if you get a chance to get one of these for a decent price, go and get one. So that is the original PSP. Then the one I mentioned to you earlier on is the PSP Go, which was the sequel. Now again, it's nice, it's got really nice form factor. Stop getting blurred. There we go, that's better. It's really nice form factor. I mean, it's got a little flip up screen like so to reveal the buttons. But the only problem I find when I'm using it, I'll just zoom out a wee bit, is it's fine for your thumbs, but your fingers kind of get in the way on the back. You know, it's not ideal because you've got the shoulder buttons underneath, like so. So obviously your fingers need to come round back and use that, and it does work, but it just doesn't feel as comfortable as using the original PSP. So these definitely go for more money. I mean, there weren't as many. I think this was a commercial flop actually, the PSP Go. So you know, if you're going to buy one, I would say go for the fat or the original PSP model. It's bigger, it's easier to use, and it's a lot cheaper as well. But if you're going for a complete collection, then by all means you could pick up one of these. So that is the PSP Go, and again, really nice little machine. And the last Sony handheld is the Vita. The Vita. You know what? I got this on launch, and I've got to say I hardly use it, which is a shame because the Vita is, it keeps going blurred, the Vita is a really, really nice machine. Come on, that's it, stop it. It's a really nice machine, it looks the part, it's got a glorious screen. I don't think this will be charged up to let you see it. It's been ages since I actually played this. Oh, hang on, have I got it going? There you go. It has been a while since I used this actually, but the screen in this is to die for. It's probably got the nicest screen out of any handheld, plus it's touchscreen. Really nice. Now I have got, what have I got? In fact, let's just stick on Ridge Racer. I've actually got some emulators on this, but I've not used them for a long time. It's RetroArch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn down the sound because I don't want any copyright or whatnot on this video, so there we go. But it's just a beautiful looking screen. And again, this, I think technically this was a bit of a commercial flop as well. I don't know why. Don't know why, because I mean the Sony handhelds were always a lot more advanced than the Nintendo ones, but I think the Nintendo they've always just had like any bigger sort of marketplace. But you know, hardware wise, the Sony machines are much better. Right, how do we start? Ghost Battle Online. No, we just want to do. We don't want a Ghost Battle. Right, okay, let's just go for Ghost Battle. Default Ghost. There you go. Now, sadly, I don't think there's any way of putting PSP games on a sort of a kind of an R4 card. Well, not that I'm aware of. If there is, let me know, because I would love to have. I would probably actually use it if I had more games on it. But the screen is to absolutely die for. I mean, let me just zoom in a wee bit. That is absolutely gorgeous. I don't know what resolution that's running in, but it just looks fantastic. Oh, there's the car. How do we get the car view? There we go. How good does that look? Just incredible, it really is. So yeah, that is a not a PSP, that is a PS Vita. Again, you could probably get one for not a lot of money. Yep. So that was the last, how do I switch this off, power off? That was the last of my Sony ones. And finally are the handheld, what do you call it, Android handhelds that I've got. Well, I'm going to kick off with probably the most unusual handheld that I've got, and it's called the Pandora. Now, I have done a video about this quite a long time ago actually. This was a little machine. It was kind of devised as a sort of a crowdfunder project, but that was before crowdfunding was actually a thing. But basically people pledged money for this thing, and yeah, they made, I don't know how many of these things, and yeah, I mean it doesn't look the nicest. You're probably thinking, you know, it's quite ugly looking. I mean, I'm trying to let's get the DS Lite. There's a DS Lite, so you can see there, size wise, how it kind of compares. It's similar sizes. Thickness wise, I think it's quite a bit thicker actually, yeah. But like I said, this thing, it was basically built as, it was being touted as like the ultimate portable handheld emulator. It takes two standard SD cards. I mean, I've got micro SD cards in here. You've got your audio out. Now apparently the guy that designed the audio hardware is an audio technician, which is what you'd expect. But apparently the actual sound chip in this is really good. It's meant to be really good. So yeah, you've got that. You've got the on-off switch. Is that the on-off switch? Yeah, that's on off switch there, little slide. You've got, what the hell was that? That's a speaker, I think. No, sorry, that's the volume. That's the volume control. Nothing on this side. On the back, you've got left and right buttons. I don't know what that is. No idea what that is. That is, I don't know what that is either. Can you zoom in? I don't actually know what these are. That's a USB out or USB in. So I don't know what these are actually. This is the power. It actually uses the PSP power supply, which is good. But what sets this apart from most other consoles is when you open it up, it is a fully fledged PC. But it's not running Windows, it's running, I think it's Linux. Now, this thing has not been charged for probably a couple of years. Now wait till you see the size of the battery. There's the battery there. It is huge, absolutely massive. But what makes it, you think that's a bad thing, but this thing hasn't been charged for about 2 years. Now let's see if it switches on. There you go. The battery in this, I would say, probably lasts about 20 hours. It's just ridiculous. Now, it's been a long time since I've played this thing, but it's got a fully functional QWERTY keyboard. You've got a really nice gamepad. You've got two little I don't know what's going on here. It's probably because it's not been switched on for so long. These are little, they're kind of similar to the PSP analog nubs. They're not the greatest. And then you've got the four little buttons, plus you've got the shoulder ones. Right, I don't know what's going on there. Let me just take the battery out and in, because I want to make sure it still works. Now, I was actually going to sell this a couple of years ago, because I thought I'd never use it. I'm never going to use it because I've got other more modern handhelds. And it was my mate Mark Lactobacillus Prime who persuaded me not to sell it. He says, hang on to it. He says, because these things are only going to go up in price. If you go on eBay, you won't even see any on eBay. You know, if there is one, you'll be very lucky. Now, the thing is about this, it's actually, there we go, it's working now. The processor is something like, it's like the equivalent of a Pentium 666. It is not a powerful bit of hardware, but because it's been dedicated to just running emulators, you'll see just how good this thing is. It's been a long time since I've used this. Let me go for... Right, let me try the PlayStation. Well, no, there's the Mega Drive. How do we pick? How do we start the Mega Drive? Load ISO ROM. Oh, I'm trying to find, how do we get into the memory card? Ah, there we go. Dink. Oh, it's not that one, it's that one, I think. There we go. I don't know if you can see that, that's better. Mega Drive. Let's try the 32X. And we'll go for Virtua Racing Deluxe. How do we start? Now, yeah, well, it's not perfect. It's still doing a pretty damn good job when you consider how old this thing is. Let's try something else. Right, let's come out. I need to press that button. There we go. And that was probably one of the most kind of processor intensive ones, but let's try something like, I don't know, we'll try Sonic the Hedgehog. Pick a drive. Think. Load ROM. And is it media? I think it is. Mega Drive. But this was basically, I mean, the system, because it was designed as a homebrew system, it's completely unlocked, so that you don't have to, you know, put flash. You don't have to flash custom firmware or anything on it. Let's go Sonic the Hedgehog. Now the screen is obviously not like it's not anywhere near as nice looking as, like, you know, the PS Vita. You've got to remember how old this thing is, but you can see there it still looks glorious, and it can handle the Mega Drive absolutely no problem at all. And let's try one more. I mean, I've got everything on here. I've got the Amiga, I've got the, obviously having a keyboard is perfect for computer emulators. I mean, here's the PlayStation. Let's give that a go. I've got no idea what game this is. Right, start. How do we start it? Yeah, it plays the PlayStation really well, and quite how it manages to do it, considering how old this thing is. I mean, this thing must be easily over 10 years old, probably way more actually. But yeah, it's a nice little collectible to have. I was going to sell it, as I mentioned, and fortunately Mark told me not to, but I'm glad I've still got it, because pound for pound it still does an absolutely amazing job at playing emulation. So yeah, that is the Pandora. Let me just switch it off. How do we turn it off again? Shut down Pandora. Blink. Yeah, it's called Open Pandora. You can see it there. Yeah, that is that. And the last two, guys, I'm not even going to bother letting you. I'll let you see the hardware, but I'm not going to let you see games, because I've done quite a few videos about them. And the first one is the gpd-xd, which you've seen on countless videos. This is a lovely handheld, it really is. This is the second one I had. Unfortunately, the one that I first bought stopped working, but I managed to get this one off with my mates for quite a good price. You know, so for emulation, this is perfect. And this is probably the reason why I don't use virtually all of the other machines I've just let you see, because this can play them all perfectly, and it's got a gloriously nice big screen. Well, I'll switch it on just now. You've seen it before. Now, I've actually just put custom firmware on this, which allows me to run it. It's called Legacy ROM. It allows me to run overclock it, basically. I think it comes as a standard 1.4 megahertz, and I've got it, this Legacy ROM has got it set to run at 1.8, but I've got this little app that I can change it, so I can run it at either 1.4, 1.6 or 1.8. But this is a lovely machine, it really is. Yeah, this is probably the best pound for pound emulation handheld you can get at the moment, I would say. So that, and then I've also got this one, which is the NVIDIA Shield Portable, which is a really nice machine. Is that as far as I can zoom out? Let me just turn it on. But yeah, this is the NVIDIA Shield Portable, and it is a really capable machine. You know, hardware wise, it's absolutely rock solid. You know, it's quite heavy. That's the only downside to it. The build is good and bad. You're not going to break this thing. You drop it, it would probably survive. But it's quite heavy to actually use. But I love this. I mean, it's got great controls. It feels very much like an Xbox 360 controller. But listen, what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to put a wee link to both these, basically head to head between this and that, and you can see what you think. So anyway, guys, listen, that was it. It was quite a hastily put together video, but I just wanted to let you see my little handheld collection, you know. So anyway guys, as usual, thank you very much for watching.